Attachment is the root of all suffering. Practice detachment and you will never be hurt. Detach yourself from materialistic ideas and goals in your physical life and you'll find freedom. No amount of money or possessions can truly make you happy. True happiness comes from within. Look at your mind and find the answers.
I smoke Cali, no enemy. I won't stop until I get a mirror. I see her face, I'm rocking polo. Knew that I could take it, man, I done it on my dolo. Nigga, you was vaping, I was really on my solo. Bitches wanna shake it, I will never hold a holdo. Knew that I would make it, now we really living good. Flying packs, now I fly a spaceship through the hood. No chance, leave no traces, glass valley and the snood. I never fuck her if she's basic, make her tense out the wood. Come up so hasty, faster than the car goes. I was never lazy, they say that I can't blow. How I used to make P, grab and clear the cargo. Told my nigga Casey, I'ma take it far, bro. Only smoke straight green, cause I'm healthy. I swear money was the only thing to help me. I was in the slums, but my mindset was wealthy. And this ain't spice, only smoke the top shelf cheap. Honey's on me, now the honey's on me. So I'm popping.
What's up? It's your boy, Inception Mystic, Keith Dirk, Intuitive Insight, Tyrese Curran, Archangel, Gabriel, Shepherd, Donovan, Libro, Sun, Berbera, Moon, Aquemini Rising, Immortal, So Enlightened, Being 369, Larez, Star C, stand up! Here to deliver you deep esoteric knowledge, divine intellectual wisdom, and intelligence in a way that can be understood by all ages. No, I don't care if you're big or small, short or tall. No, I don't care if you're old or young, boring or fun. No, I don't care if you walk or run, snow or sun. Let's get to it. This is the knowledge straight from the source. I hope you guys are ready, and I hope you watched my last video. If not, go and watch that video. You're going to be able to meditate for at least 5 minutes. Go and watch the first video on my channel. If not, then keep practicing, keep doing that until you're ready for this video. So let's get to it. Now, this is week 2. Our difficulties are largely due to ideas and ignorance of our true interests. The great task is to discover the laws of nature to which we can adjust ourselves by. Clear thinking and moral insight are therefore of an incalculable value. All processes, even those of thought, rest on these solid foundations. The keener the sensibilities, the more acute the judgment, or the more delicate the taste, the more refined the moral feelings, the more subtle the intelligence, the loftier the aspiration, the purer and the more intense are the gratifications which existence yields. Hence, it's the study of the best that has been thought in the world that gives us supreme pleasure. The powers, uses, and possibilities of the mind under the new interpretation are but incomparably more wonderful than the most extravagant accomplishment or even the dreams of material progress. Thought is energy. Active thought is active energy. Concentrated thought is concentrated energy. Thought concentrated on a definite purpose becomes power. This is the power which is being used by those individuals who do not believe in the virtue of poverty or by the beauty of self-denial. They perceive that this is the talk of weakling, because people who don't really agree with this usually is a victim to things like cognitive dissonance, and they're just lying to themselves at the end of the day. The ability to receive and manifest this power depends on the ability to recognize the infinite energy ever dwelling in man, constantly creating and recreating his body and mind, and ready at any moment to manifest through him in any needful manner. In exact proportion to the recognition of his truth will be the manifestation in the outer life of the individual. So in week 2, we're going to go through the method that we can accomplish this. Week 2, basics of your mind, yo. Number 2, duality, balance, yin and yang. So I'm telling you right now, if you didn't watch my first video, go and watch my first video. This is not going to make sense to you, yo. You have to be able to sit still, meditate for at least 5 minutes. 5 minutes. So cool. Week 2. If you're still watching now and you didn't watch week 1, then it's your own fault, innit, bro? Go watch week 1, innit? Okay, week 2. The operations of the mind. Hold on. Go watch week 1. Hey, I'm giving you a last warning, man. The operations of the mind are produced by 2 parallel modes of activity. The one conscious and the 2 other subconscious. He who thinks to illuminate the whole range of mental action by the light of his own consciousness is not like one who should try and go and illuminate the whole universe with a rushlight, yo. This is Professor Davidson. The subconscious logical processes are carried on with a certainty and regularity which would be impossible if there existed a possibility of error. Our mind is so designed that it prepares us for the most important foundations of cognition, whilst we have not the slightest apprehension of the modulus operandi. The subconscious soul is like a benevolent stranger, works and makes provisions for our own benefit, pouring only the mature fruit into our lap. Thus, ultimate analysis of thought processes shows the subconscious is the theatre of the most important mental phenomena. It's through the subconscious mind that the likes of Shakespeare has perceived without effort, great truths which are hidden from the conscious mind of the student. So, ease and perfection depend entirely upon the degree to which we cease to depend upon the consciousness. Playing the piano, skating, operating the typewriter, the skilled trades, things like running, things like typing, writing. Once you learn a skill and you memorize it, it goes into your subconscious mind. You don't have to play the piano thinking about every single note. Eventually, you get into the flow of it, and this shows the greatness of the subconscious mind. We're all dependent on our subconscious mind. And the greater, the nobler, the more brilliant our thoughts are, the more obvious it is to us that the origin lies beyond our abilities. We find ourselves endowed with a tact instinct, a sense of beautiful art, music, anything that we get wholly unconscious in, or you can lose yourself in a moment. The value of the subconscious is enormous. It inspires us, it warns us, it furnishes us, it gives us facts, and it is the storehouse of our memory. The subconscious mind directs our thoughts, our tastes, our accomplishments, tasks so intricate that no conscious mind, even if it had the power to, has a capacity, because the subconscious mind is what deals with the things you do, and you stop thinking about it. Once you can create something and get into the moment, you no longer have to be thinking about every single itty bitty part of the task. You can just go with the task, and your subconscious mind takes over. You have trust in yourself, and this is the power of faith. We can walk at will. We can raise the arm whenever we choose to do so. We can give our attention through eye or ear to any subject at pleasure. On the other hand, we can never stop our heartbeat or the circulation of our blood. We can't stop our growth. We can't stop the formation of nerve tissue. We can't stop the formation of muscle tissue, the building of bones, or any other vital processes. This is what the subconscious mind regulates. Even if you try right now to think and stop your heartbeat, you're not going to be able to, unless you're one of these yogi monks who has deep control over your whole entire being. I've seen there's been record of monks who've literally left this planet, ascended through meditation. They said, I'm done. And they literally stopped his heartbeat through meditation. So that's the only way. If we compare these two sets of actions, one decreed by the will of the moment and the other proceeding in majestic rhythmic course, subject to no vacillation, but explained, constant in every moment, we stand in the awe of the latter. Vacillation, but constant at every moment. We stand in awe of the latter, and we have to ask the mystery explained. We see at once these are the vital processes of our physical life, and we cannot avoid the interference that these all important functions are designed, withdrawn from the dominant of our outward will, with its variation and transition placed under direct and permanent and dependent power. This is within us. Of these powers, the outward and the changeable one has been called the conscious mind, or the objective mind, that deals with outward objects in the outside world, and the interior power is the subconscious mind, or the subjective mind. And besides its work on the mental plane, it controls the regular functions that make the physical life possible. So without the subconscious mind, you wouldn't be able to have a conscious mind. The subconscious mind is creating and regulating and keeping the conscious mind safe, and the conscious mind is like the watcher keeper at the gate, It's like the gatekeeper. So it's seeing what thoughts enter the subconscious mind, but mostly the subconscious mind is in control, Obviously, if you jump off a bridge and you destroy your whole body, your subconscious mind is going to go with it if the conscious mind done that. But at the end of the day, it's mostly the subconscious mind that takes care of the conscious mind. But it's like a yin and yang relationship. Both of them play their own respective roles. It's necessary for us to have a clear understanding of their respective functions on a mental plane, as well as certain other basic principles, perceiving and operating through the five physical senses. The conscious mind deals with the impressions and the objects of outward life. has the faculty of discrimination, carrying with it the responsibility of choice. The conscious mind has an option to choose. It has the power of reasoning, whether inductive, deductive, or analytical. And this power may be developed to a very high degree. It's the seat of the will with the energies that flow from there. Not only can it impress other minds, but it can direct the subconscious mind. In this way, the conscious mind becomes the responsible ruler and the guardian of the subconscious mind. It's this high function which can completely reverse conditions in your life. So the conscious mind could completely reverse the conditions. It's often true that conditions of fear, worry, poverty, disease, inharmony, and evils of all kinds dominate us by the reason of false suggestions that get accepted by the unguarded subconscious mind. At this, the trained conscious mind can be entirely conscious to prevent this and become a vigilant protective action. It may be called the watchman at the gate of the great subconscious domain. One writer has expressed the chief distinction between the two phases of mind. Thus, the conscious mind is reasoning will. The subconscious mind is instinctive desire, the result of past reasoning will. The conscious mind is reasoning will. Subconscious mind is instinctive desire, the result of past reasoning will. So I'm going to say that one more time to you. The clear definitions of the two minds. The conscious mind is reasoning will. The subconscious mind is instinctive desire, the result of past reasoning will. So, if you guys don't know what that means, the conscious mind is in control about the action of thinking about something in a logical or sensible way. And the subconscious mind is that desire that you have behind, that feeling, that oomph that you have, the intense inside the emotion of something. And the conscious mind is what you know you're in control of thinking of. The conscious mind is what you're conscious of, what you know, what you can see in front of you, what you realize, the most obvious mode of thinking. But the subconscious mind is what's happening in the background. So the subconscious mind draws accurate inferences from the premises furnished from the outside sources. Where the premise is true, the subconscious mind reaches a faultless conclusion. But where the premise or suggestion is an error, the whole structure falls. The subconscious mind does not engage in the process of proving. It just relies on the conscious mind, the watchman at the gate, to guard it from mistaken impressions. Receiving any suggestions as true, the subconscious mind once proceeds to act thereon in the whole domain of its tremendous field of work. The conscious mind can either suggest truth or error, and either way, the subconscious mind is just going to accept it. The conscious mind ought to be on duty during every waking hour. So your conscious mind should be aware during every fucking hour of the day that you're aware, yo. Your conscious mind should always be on alert mode. Because when the watchman is off guard, or when the judgment is suspended, then the subconscious mind becomes unguarded and is open to suggestion from all sources. Excuse me, I'm just taking a sip of my drink. During the wild excitement of panic, or during the height of anger, or the impulses of an angry moment, unrestrained passion, the conditions are the most dangerous. It's then the subconscious mind is open to suggestions of fear, hatred, selfishness, greed, self-depreciation, and other negative forces, other bad energies, other demonic energies, other bad forces that's gonna ruin you and lower your vibration, The result in this is unwholesome in the extreme, with effects that could endure even for a long time. I've seen a guy who was in prison for like 30 years and he's writing how these 10 minutes of his life cost him 10 years plus, mad thing. So you always got to be aware of your subconscious mind, because the conscious mind is responsible at the end of the day. Anything that goes into a subconscious mind, you can't take it back, bro. So you have to become aware. This is what meditation does. It puts you aware of yourself and you become aware of your own state of being always. So I am aware of every little thing that's going to enter my subconscious mind, and I make sure that everything is in my favor, because I am the conscious mind. I am the aware one, but I have a subconscious mind that I utilize. So by falling into a lower state of vibration, you're giving your subconscious mind away to other people, other beings, other entities to then have a pull on you, have a say in what you want to do, but really you can become conscious at any moment, snap back to reality, just meditate, come back, focus on the conscious mind. I know it can be hard, but the whole point is to realize, you have two parts of the mind, the conscious and the subconscious. You are not the subconscious mind. You are both of them, but you are in control of the subconscious mind. So if you want to change what you're doing on the subconscious level, you've got to change the conscious level first. This is the importance of guarding the subconscious mind from false impression. The subconscious mind perceives by intuition, so its processes are rapid. It doesn't wait for the slow methods of consciousness reasoning. In fact, the subconscious mind can't even employ them. The subconscious mind never sleeps. It never rests. Any more does your heart or your blood. It is going 24/7. It's been found by plainly stating to your subconscious mind certain specific things to be accomplished. Forces have been set in operation that will lead to the result desired. Hence, this is the power, source or power of the subconscious mind that places us in touch with omnipotence. This is a deep principle which is well worth our most earnest study. The law of operation here is interesting. Those who put in operation found when they go to meet their person they anticipate a difficult interview, whoa, something has dissolved. The supposed differences, everything has changed, all is harmonious. They find that when something difficult, business problem or something presents itself in front of them, they can find a solution. Everything is properly arranged. The right people with the right things will come at the right place in the right time. In fact, those who have learned to trust the subconscious find that they have infinite resources at their command. The subconscious mind is the seat of our principles and aspirations. It's the fount of our artistic and altruistic ideals. These ideals can only be overthrown by an elaborate and gradual process of undermining the innate principles, so shedding who we are not and becoming who we are. The subconscious mind cannot argue. Hence, if the subconscious mind accepts wrong suggestions, the sure method of overcoming them is through frequently repeated correct suggestions, which the mind must accept, thus eventually forming new and healthy habits of thought and life. For the subconscious mind is the seat of habit. That which we do over and over becomes mechanical. Human beings are beings of habit. It's no longer an act of judgment, but it has deep grooves in the subconscious mind that actually makes physical changes in your brain. This is favorable to us, that the habit is wholesome and right. It's favorable for us to create habits that are wholesome and right. If they're harmful and wrong, the remedy is to recognize the omnipotence of the subconscious mind, which we are a part of, and suggest present, actual freedom. The subconscious mind is creative and is at one with our divine source, at will, at once, to create the freedom suggested. To sum it up, the normal function of the subconscious mind on the physical side has to do with the regular and vital processes, with the preservation of life and the restoration of health, with the care of offspring, which includes an instinctive desire to preserve all life and improve conditions regularly. On the mental side, it's the storehouse of memory. It harbors the wonderful thought messengers who work unhampered by time or space. It's the foundation of the practical initiate of constructive forces of life. It's the seat of habit. On the spiritual side, it's the source of ideals, of aspiration, of the imagination. And it is the channel which we recognize our own divine source. And in proportion as we recognize this divinity, the we come in an understanding of the source of power. So someone may ask, how can the subconscious mind change conditions? The reply is because the subconscious mind is a part of the universal mind, which must that same be in kind, in quality as the whole. Because a part must be in kind as in quality as the whole, because it's a part of the same one. The only difference is of degree. The whole, as we know, in fact, is creative. In fact, it's only the creator there is. It is the only creator there is, the one, the all. Consequently, we find that the mind is creative. And as thought is the only activity which the mind possesses, then thought must be creative also. But we shall find there is a vast difference between simply thinking and directing our thought consciously, systematically, and constructively. When we do, we place our mind in harmony with the universal mind. We come in tune with the infinite. We set in operation the mightiest force in existence, the creative power of the universal mind. This, as everything else, is governed by natural law. This is the law of attraction, which is mind that is created and which will automatically correlate with its object and bring it into manifestation. So that's the law of attraction, but I'm not going to go into this right now. Last week, I gave you an exercise for the purpose of securing control of the physical body. If you have accomplished this, you are ready to advance. So if not, go and watch week 1 again, yo. You're not ready for this task, go and watch week 1 again, yo. I'll repeat it, go and watch week 1 again if you can't sit still for 5 minutes. Nothing wrong with that, just this is not your level. Just practice makes perfect. Until you can accomplish that one, then you do this one. But the whole point of this is you have to train your mind to get some sort of discipline, some sort of goal-seeking mechanism, some sort of accomplishment before you'll move on. This is not no playground thing. This is not no little boys, little girls thing. This is not no kids thing, yo. Until you can do the task, you can't do the next task, man. There's a system to this for a reason. So, this time, you're going to begin to control your thought. Always go to the same room, the same chair, the same position, if possible. If it's not convenient and if you really can't, you can do it somewhere else. But try to always go to the same spot and make use of the best conditions possible. Now, be perfectly still as before, but try to stop all thought, inhibit all thought. Try to stop the flow of your thoughts. This is going to give you control over all thoughts of care, all thoughts of worry, all thoughts of fear, and it will enable you to entertain only the kind of thoughts you desire. So continue this exercise until you gain complete mastery. You're going to sit still, close your eyes, take a deep breath, and begin to note what is in your mind, where are these thoughts entering from, and just slow it down. And eventually you're going to come to a point where you imagine a hand entering the top of your head and picking out the thoughts like a fruit bar, and it's just going to take the thoughts out one by one. This is not me, this is just what I'm thinking. This is not me, this is just a thought. And bit by bit, little by little, yard by yard is hard, inch by inch is a cinch. Moment by moment, you're going to imagine each thought in whatever way you want. Draining out of your mind, flowing out of your mind, dissolving, disappearing. But you're going to realize, yo, I'm the mind that's creating these thoughts. I'm not the body. I'm not even the mind. I'm the spirit. So I'm the conscious observer of these thoughts. And you're just going to observe them and just let it go. You're going to become still and eventually be thinking of nothing. You may not be able to do this for more than a few moments at a time, but the exercise is valuable because it gives you a practical demonstration of the great number of thoughts which constantly are trying to gain access to your mental world, yo. Now you can really begin to realize what I'm talking about. How many thoughts are trying to enter your head? You can see, just observe. Just observe, sit back, watch them like a stream of traffic, like clouds passing by in the wind, like watching a movie, just watch them, yo. You don't have to identify with every or any thought even. So next week, you're going to get instructions for exercise. It's going to be a little more interesting, but it's necessary that you master this task first. Week 2, sit still, gain control of your thoughts, think of nothing. Begin to control your thoughts. Cause and effect is an absolute undeviating. Cause and effect is absolute. Cause and effect is as absolute and undeviating in the hidden realm of thought as in the world of visible and material things. Mind is the master weaver, both of the interior garment of character and the outer garments of circumstance. What are the two modes of mental activity? The two modes of mental activity are conscious and subconscious. Upon what do ease and perfection depend? Ease and perfection depend entirely upon the degree in which we cease to depend upon the subconscious mind. What is the value of the subconscious mind? The value of the subconscious is enormous. It guides us, it warns us, it controls the vital processes, and it's the seat of memory. What are some of the functions of the conscious mind? It has the faculty of discrimination, it has the power of reasoning, it is the seat of will, and it may impress the subconscious. How has distinction between the conscious and the subconscious been expressed? Conscious mind is reasoning will, subconscious mind is instinctive desire, the result of past reasoning will. What method is necessary in order to impress the subconscious? Mentally state what is wanted. What will be the result? If desire is in harmony with the forward movement of the great whole, forces will be set in motion, which will bring about the result. What is the result of the operation of this law? Our environment reflects conditions corresponding to the predominant mental attitude which we entertain. What is the name given to this law? The law of attraction. How is this law stated? Thought is creative energy and will automatically correlate with its object and bring it into manifestation. So next week we're going to be talking about realizing your mental resources. Every person has their own magnetic field, and you can attract to like other beings into your own aura field, your own Taurus field through the law of attraction, yo. So I'm going to ask you guys one final question. What must I become? What must I become to be the me living the life of my dreams already manifested? I'm going to say that again. Think for a moment. Did you get the answer? What must I become to be the me living the life of my dreams already manifested? This is for you to answer. This is for you to answer. One more time, yo. Think carefully. What must I become to be the me living the life of my dreams already manifested, yo? So what can you do to become the you that's already living the life of your dreams? Don't chase a dream. Be a person who's already living it. How can you become that person, yo? And I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm thankful for all of you coming here, listening, learning, coming giving me your time and attention. I really do appreciate it, yo. We're going to the top, man. Everybody here, if you really made it to this video, you really went through week 1 and week 2. I'm proud of you, yo. And I'm telling you, congratulations. You made it here. You done it, yo. You're on a good path, yo. All I'm saying is everything you learn, don't just learn it and waste it. Write something down, take notes, but use this in your life, yo. Knowledge is only applicable when it is used, and you only truly know something if you can teach it to somebody else, yo. So I want you guys to actually use this in your day-to-day life. Once you understand the power of the subconscious mind, you can do anything, any skill. It only takes a matter of time to learn it until you can just do it unconsciously. So this is the point I'm stressing here. Anything, playing the piano, it does not matter, yo. Doing a fucking Rubik's Cube, to these chefs, even these high-tech motorbike racers or designers, coders, once you get to a point, you can do what you're best at unconsciously, subconsciously, so it's not that hard anymore. You just go with the flow. It's like any job, yo. So anything you want to get good at, you just learn it and then you just refine it. So that's what I'm trying to express, yo. Once you can control your thoughts, you're going to be ready for next week. But that's it for now. I wish you guys the best. I hope you guys have a good week. I hope you guys have a good life. So I'm going to say
peace and love to you all. I love each and every one of you guys. unconditionally. I wish you the best in life. I hope you're the very best in mental health, wealth, freedom, inspiration, intuition. I wish your mind, mood, body, and life to be in the best condition possible. All you guys should be as perspicacious and healthy as ever. You are worthy of the wealth you desire. There are no limits to what you can and will achieve. Peace and love to everyone. I love all of you guys. Love. Have a great day. Spread the love. Bye. So without further ado, peace.